In court watch now, the former Clovis resident and Chinese citizen arrested last week in connection to the illegal Reedley lab appeared in court today for his arraignment. Action News reporter Brianna Willis was in the courtroom and explains how the defendant answered to the charges.
Jia Beiju identified himself in court as David He, and he pled not guilty to counts of misbranding medical devices and lying to officials. He appeared with bandages and marks on his face. His defense attorney says that was from his arrest, and he believes this case is just a misunderstanding.
Jia Beiju, identified as David He, also known as Jesse Zhu, and Qiang He, appeared in person in federal court Tuesday. He pleaded not guilty to misbranding medical devices and lying to officials about the illegal lab found in Reedley.
The bandage is gone on top now, but he has a big welt on the left side of his forehead.
He's defense attorney Tony Capozzi says the marks on his face are from his arrest last Thursday in Reedley.
Started to turn, and the agent said he looked confused, and then turned again, and when they went after him, pulled out their guns, pushed him to the ground, handcuffed him. He hit his face on the ground, and it was severely injured on his forehead and nose.
Capozzi says He speaks a little English, but it's difficult, and he doesn't think the suspect fully understood the directions when he was arrested, since he thought he was coming to meet with Reedley officials.
He came to Fresno from Las Vegas, drove up here to meet with I think the city administrator in Reedley. His attorney set it up for him.
If convicted, He faces 3 years for misbranding medical devices and a $10,000 fine. He also faces 5 years and a $250,000 fine for making false statements to officials. But Capozzi says he believes there's more to reveal as discovery starts to come up in the case.
I think this case is probably more of a misunderstanding than anything else. He's been working for a company that is trying to do some research, and the government came in and seized all of the research that he had and destroyed it.
Capozzi added that the case has become political.
And I think the politicians have blown this out of proportion. This is not as big a case as the government, it may not be the government, but politicians are portraying it to be.
His detention and preliminary hearing are scheduled for November 8th at 2 p.m. The judge ordered the defendant to be detained until then. Capozzi says, however, he expects the government to file an indictment to go to a grand jury and ask for a formal charge. If that's granted, Capozzi says he is not entitled to a preliminary hearing. In studio, Brianna Willis, ABC 30 Action News.